श्री महाभारत कथा।
श्री महाभारत कथा।
महाभारत कथा।
महाभारत
कथा है पुरुषार्थ की, ये स्वार्थ की, परमार्थ की, सारथी जिसके बने श्री कृष्ण भारत पाथ की। शब्द दिग्घोषित हुआ जब सत्य सार्थक सर्वथा। शब्द दिग्घोषित हुआ। यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत, अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य, तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्, परित्राणाय साधूनां, विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां, धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे।
And when he saw that he obtained not the earrings, even though he had adored the serpents, he then looked about him and beheld two women at a loom weaving a piece of cloth with a fine shuttle. And in the loom were black and white threads. And he likewise saw a wheel with 12 spokes turned by 6 boys. And he also saw a man with a handsome horse. Idoname, Pitshom, Pisa, and say that I be so. Unpinen, go. And he began to address them the following mantras. This wheel, whose circumference is marked by 24 divisions, representing as many lunar changes, is furnished with 300 spokes. It is set in continual motion by 6 boys, the seasons. These damsels, representing universal nature, are weaving without intermission a cloth with threads black and white, and thereby ushering into existence the manifold worlds and the beings that inhabit them. Thou wielder of the thunder, the protector of the universe, the slayer of Raitra and Namuchi, thou illustrious one who wearest the black cloth and displayest truth and untruth in the universe, thou who ownest for thy carrier the horse which was received from the depths of the ocean, and which is but another form of Agni, the god of fire, I bow to thee. Thou supreme lord, thou lord of the 3 worlds, O Purandara. Then the man with the horse said unto Utanka, I am gratified by this thy adoration. What good shall I do to thee? And Utanka replied, Even let the serpents be brought under my control. Then the man rejoined, Blow into this horse. And Utanka blew into that horse. And from the horse thus blown into, there issued, from every aperture of his body, flames of fire with smoke, by which the region of the Nagas was about to be consumed. And Takshaka, surprised beyond measure, and terrified by the heat of the fire, hastily came out of his abode, taking the earrings with him, and said unto Utanka, Pray, sir, take back the earrings. And Utanka took them back. But Utanka, having recovered his earrings, thought, Oh, this is that sacred day of my preceptress. I am at a distance. How can I, therefore, show my regard for her? And when Utanka was anxious about this, the man addressed him and said, Ride this horse, Utanka, and he will in a moment carry thee to thy master's abode. And Utanka, having signified his assent, mounted the horse, and presently reached his preceptor's house. And his preceptress that morning, after having bathed, was dressing her hair sitting, thinking of uttering a curse on Utanka if he should not return within time. But, in the meantime, Utanka entered his preceptor's abode and paid his respects to his preceptress and presented her the earrings. "Utanka," said she, "thou hast arrived at the proper time at the proper place. Welcome, my child. Thou art innocent, and therefore I do not curse thee. Good fortune is even before thee. Let thy wishes be crowned with success." Then Utanka waited on his preceptor, and his preceptor said, "Thou art welcome. What hath occasioned thy long absence?" And Utanka replied to his preceptor, "Sir, in the execution of this, my business obstruction was offered by Takshaka, the king of serpents. Therefore, I had to go to the region of the Nagas. There I saw two damsels sitting at a loom, weaving a fabric with black and white threads. Pray, what is that? There likewise I beheld a wheel with 12 spokes ceaselessly turned by 6 boys. Who is also the man that I saw, and what the horse of extraordinary size likewise beheld by me? And when I was on the road, I also saw a bull with a man mounted thereon, by whom I was endearingly accosted thus, Utanka, eat of the dung of this bull, which was also eaten by thy master. So I ate of the dung of that bull according to his words. Who also is he? And his preceptor thus addressed said unto him, The 2 damsels thou hast seen are Data and Vidhata. The black and white threads denote night and day. The wheel of 12 spokes, turned by the 6 boys, signified the year comprising 6 seasons. The man is Parjanya, the deity of rain. The horse is Agni, the god of fire. The bull that thou hast seen on the road is Airavata, the king of elephants. The man mounted thereon is Indra. The dung of the bull which was eaten by thee was Amrita. It was certainly for this last that thou hast not met with death in the region of the Nagas. And Indra, who is my friend, having been mercifully inclined, showed thee favor. It is for this that thou returnest safe, with the earrings about thee. Then, O thou amiable one, I give thee leave to depart, Daikai. Thou shalt obtain good fortune. And Utanka, having obtained his master's leave, moved by anger, and resolved to avenge himself on Takshaka, proceeded towards Hastinapura. That excellent Brahmana soon reached Hastinapura. Then Utanka waited upon King Janamejaya, who had some time before returned victorious from Takshashila. And Utanka saw the victorious monarch surrounded on all sides by his ministers, and he pronounced benedictions on him in a proper form. And Utanka addressed the monarch at the proper moment, in speech of correct accent and melodious sounds, saying, O thou the best of monarchs! How is it that thou spendest thy time like a child when there is another matter that urgently demandeth thy attention? So what he said, the monarch Janamejaya, thus addressed, saluting that excellent Brahmana, replied unto him, In cherishing these my subjects, I do discharge the duties of my noble tribe. Say, what is that business to be done by me, and which hath brought thee hither? The foremost of Brahmanas, and distinguished beyond all for good deeds, thus addressed by the excellent monarch of large heart, replied unto him, O king, the business is thy own that demandeth thy attention, therefore do it, please. O thou king of kings, thy father was deprived of life by Takshaka, therefore do thou avenge thy father's death on that vile serpent. Ah, nay. Ow. The time hath come, I think, for the act of vengeance ordained by the fates. Go then avenge the death of thy magnanimous father, who being bitten without cause by that vile serpent, was reduced to 5 elements even like a tree stricken by thunder. Soti continued. The monarch, having heard these words, was enraged with Takshaka. By the speech of Utanka was inflamed the prince, even as the sacrificial fire with clarified butter. Moved by grief also, in the presence of Utanka, the prince asked his ministers the particulars of his father's journey to the regions of the blessed. And when he heard all about the circumstances of his father's death from the lips of Utanka, he was overcome with pain and sorrow. And thus endeth the section called Pajya of the Adi Parva of the blessed Mahabharata.
See